just how to do that in this video. But first, the intro. Before the intro, let me just show you the shot. What? Okay, now the intro. What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, then my name is Brianna, but you can call me Bri. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to shoot a Genesis bow without a sight or anything added to it, just the simple original bow. Here's our target right here. If you guys can see, I kind of marked it up like those pieces of paper that you get at the archery. So that's the X, and then as it goes lower and lower, so do the points. I'm going to show you guys how to count your points, and most importantly, I'm going to show you how to shoot a Genesis bow. First, I want to show you guys my bow. So here it is. This is my Genesis bow. I think you guys are going to have one just like this one. It comes with your arrows and your quiver, and then you get this little pad that's on my arm that you use to not get hit by the strings. And then there's a glove that's on this hand that I'm going to show you guys in a second. But here it is. There's the arrow holder. Just a simple bow. Now, let's get to shooting. The first thing I feel like I should show you guys is how to hold your bow. Unless you're a lefty shooting a bow, then you're going to grab the bow with your left hand, grip it just like this. In the middle of my fingers, I'm going to place this part of the bow. Ready? And there you go. Now that you have a good grip on your bow, I'm going to show you guys how to load up one of your arrows. So I'm going to grab one from my quiver. You don't have to have a quiver, but watch. You guys see this tiny yellow bead right here in the middle of the line. You're going to put your arrow, the knot of the arrow, which is the white tip, it's going to go right under this little yellow bead. And with your white feather, the white feather is the odd feather because there's only one of those and there's two pinks. See the two pinks? And then the one white. So the white one is going to go facing out, just like this. And then just clip it onto the line, kind of push it in, and then lay it on the arrow rest. And that's your arrow loaded. And now I'm going to show you guys how to do it a little more swiftly. And then you would pull back right here. But we're going to do that in just a second. And now to pull back your bow. Alright, this is by far the trickiest part. So, here's my bow with my arrow loaded. You're not supposed to pull back on your bow if there's no arrow on it. That's a very important thing because it can break. So there's my arrow loaded. And now, you guys are seeing this side of it, which is the most important side. On this side, all we have is the arrow laying on the arrow rest. So, this is how you're going to be, this is what you're going to look like when you're about to pull back. So this is my little glove. It's just so that your fingers don't get numb once you shoot a lot, because I like to go to practice and I shoot like, it can be like 300 arrows in like a few hours. So I'm going to grab with these three fingers, your three middle fingers. These gloves have leather there, so it doesn't like damage your fingers. Definitely something you should look into buying if you're going to start practicing a lot with this. But anyways, my three fingers, I'm going to put all three of them under my arrow. Show you guys from this side. All three under my arrow. And I kind of line it up on the first little line of your fingers. There. And now you would pull back and get ready to shoot. So, now that you guys know where your fingers are going to go, all three fingers, it can't be 4 fingers or 5 fingers, 3 fingers, they're all going to go under the arrow. Grab your bow and then pull back. Now you're going to be holding your line, your arrow. This index finger is going to be touching the corner of your lip. You guys can see how mine is touching. And then the tip of your nose is going to be touching the line. So that's kind of how it's gonna look. Now I'm gonna show you guys a little bit better on the target. All right, so I got my bow, gripped it with my left hand because I'm a righty. And now I'm gonna grab one of my arrows, the knock of the arrow, which is the white part on the tip. I'm gonna put it right under the little yellow bead, hook it in, and then lay it on my arrow rest. And there's my arrow loaded. And now with these 3 fingers, I'm gonna put all 3 under the arrow, pull back, and if you guys can see, my index finger is in the corner of my lip. And then I'm gonna put the string on the tip of my nose. Can you see? Now, get ready to shoot. And there we go. I'm pretty sure that one got the X, but all right, let's do it again. So now the next step would be to show you guys how to aim. That's the most important part. So let's grab another one of my arrows. Again, I'm loading it with the white feather facing out. Put it on the arrow rest. And now I'm gonna put my 3 fingers under it. So when you pull back and you have your index finger on the corner of your lip and the string on the tip of your nose, this line, first one right here where your arrow is on, it's gonna look blurry to you. Now you have to center this line in the middle of the target. You're gonna be closing your left eye also, because you can't have both eyes open, then you're just gonna be seeing double and you're not gonna know which one's the right one. So I always close my left eye when I'm about to shoot. Once you have this blurry line in the middle of the target, you're gonna look down towards your arrow tip and make sure that your arrow tip is facing the X. So with these bows, you don't have a sight, so you have to kind of go a little bit under the target. You're just gonna be doing a little bit of guessing of how much distance you need to go down for your arrow to hit the middle. For example, with this bow and that target right now, when I pull back, the tip of my arrow is gonna be facing like almost the bottom of the target and it hits the middle. If you do it one time correctly and you hit the X, that's the same thing you have to do every single time. So again, with 3 fingers under the arrow, pull back, take a deep breath. The line is blurry, I'm putting it in the middle of the target and the arrow tip facing the bottom. And that was a 5-pointer. That's the maximum points you can get per arrow. So I'm gonna go ahead and shoot my 3 other arrows. I don't know about you guys, but when I go to practice, usually we only shoot 5 arrows. And then you go and get them, you go and get them. So once you guys get good at shooting, I'm gonna show you what you have to do to count your points and see how you get better and better. Because there is a way to count them, and it's a whole system of adding up numbers. This arrow doesn't have a feather, but it's okay. We'll have to fix it when we go to the shop. Speaking of, in next videos coming up, I'm gonna take you guys to the shop where I got my bow. It's called Gator Guns. It's a guns and archery place. So if you have a gun, you can also go over there. Now this is a pretty close spot. Can't be more than, I'd say 30 feet, maybe less, but I usually don't shoot this close, but that's fine. All right, let me go show you guys my shots. These are the same ones that you guys just saw me shoot. I'm not even gonna change it. So the last one was a little bit off. I wasn't aiming towards the bottom, kind of put it here, so that's why it ended up a little higher. But that's fine, those are your great 5 arrows. I got, all these 4 are in 5 points, because they're in the first circle. So all these are 5 points. If you get them in here, that means that you got an X. It doesn't count for any more points, but it's nice for tiebreakers if you're gonna play with somebody else. So this right here is 5 points, 4 points, 3 points, 2 points, 1 point, and the white would be 0 points. So I got 5, 10, 15, 20, plus a 2-pointer, kind of touching the line, but we're not gonna count it. So I got 22 points on those 5 arrows, which is actually a pretty good round for 5 arrows. If I had gotten this one in the 5, I would have gotten a 25, which is the max. And the way you play this is you go 4 times, it would be up to 100 points what you could get. And then you do that 3 times. But you don't have to do it so many times. you could just go to 100 and see. So I usually write them down and see how I go improving and improving. So once you guys start shooting and you start hitting on the blue, well, this is what we would call it, because on the papers then this area with the lines would be blue and this area would be white. But if you start getting it on the blue a bunch of times, then get a piece of paper and start writing down your points. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit better now, but let's keep practicing on our aim and how to hold your arrow. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get my journal where I write down the points, open up a new page, write the date, and write 22 points because that's how many I got on my first 5 arrows. And then when I shoot 15 more, which would be like 20 arrows for one round of points up to 100, it's kind of complicated, but you guys will get it as I do it. Here's my journal. Now today is the 15th of April. Yeah. So I'm gonna write the day real quick. So my first 5 arrows, I got 22 points. So let's do it again because practice makes perfect. So if I could, I would spend all day here shooting arrows. And it's even better when you go to the range because there's air conditioning and it's a big like room. I will take you guys there in upcoming videos, I promise. So you guys can get to see it. And if you want, maybe go there and sometimes we'll meet up because I go there at least, I'd say 2 days a week. I go there from, I'd say 2 days a week. But I shoot for like 5 hours over there. So it's a lot of fun and I really like this. So let's do this again. I have my bow. Here's my arrow, the white feather facing out. I put my nock under the little yellow bead and lay my arrow on the arrow rest. Perfect. I have different colored arrows because I've broken some of them. The original ones were all this one, like this color. So my 3 fingers under the arrow. Pull back. My index finger on the corner of my lip and the string on the tip of my nose. That was a 4-pointer, not a bad one, but could have been better. I'm gonna try to show you guys what you're gonna see what I see when I pull back and when I have my arrow here. There you guys can kind of see, not really. I'll get you guys a better view, but in case you guys were wondering, I'm pulling 20 or 25 pounds on this bow. I can't remember which one of those 2 it is, but I used to have one that was 18 and that's the one I started practicing with, and I really liked it, so now we have this one. And pretty soon, I'm gonna get a sight on this bow. So it's gonna be way more accurate. Because the way I'm shooting right now, the shots aren't very accurate. But with a sight, they'll be same spot every time. That's how my dad does it, and he has a sight. Ooh, that one was an X. Now the one with no feather. Not my best, definitely not my best. That was a pretty bad one, but it's okay. We're gonna go count it anyways. Let's see. So, looks like we have an X because it was in the little circle in the middle. So that's 5 points. Another 5 points, 10 points, 4 points, 3 points plus 3 points. So 6, 10 plus 10 more, 20 points plus an X. That's a really good one. And I forgot to write down the X for the last one, so I'm gonna do that now. Now, I know that some of you archers or people who shoot bows and arrows, you guys are gonna know exactly the game that I'm playing right now. But for those of you who don't, I'm gonna write on the side here, and 1X. All right, now I gotta shoot 10 more arrows and we'll count them up and see how many points I got out of 100. So we're gonna shoot another round of 5 arrows, but I'm gonna show you guys what I look like from the other side. One of the most important things for you to shoot a bow and arrow accurately is your position. You have to be standing tall with your chest kind of puffed up and your back would be kind of arched. If you're doing it right, then you're gonna feel pain kind of like in your spine or the back of your neck. Around there, you're gonna feel pain, especially the first times, but that means you're doing a good job. I had that pain at first too, but I don't really care because I have a lot of fun in this. So, I'm gonna pull back. Nice posture. You guys can see. So that's kind of what I look like. And a common mistake that most beginners do is their arm, this arm, is kind of like facing this way. Let me show you guys on this point of view. So your arm has to be like this, fully back. But some beginners tend to go like this. So that's not the right position. You have to have your arm way back like this. And another mistake that beginners do that can cause you to slap yourself with the string of your bow, which is what this little pad is for. I don't hit myself with the string anymore, but I still wear it just in case because it hurts if the string hits you in the arm. And why does the string hit you in the arm? This is why. So when you pull back my left arm, you guys see how straight it is right now? If I were to let go of this arrow, watch what would happen. I don't know if you guys can tell, but the string clashes with my arm and it's gonna slap it. I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna slap my arm hard and it's gonna hurt. Especially for guys with big arms, that hurts. So here's your way to fix it. This happened to me a ton of times when I was beginning, but my teacher Angie showed me how for it not to happen to me so I don't keep on slapping my arm. So here's how you fix it. See how my arm is straight right now? Now to fix that, you go like this. And you relax your shoulder a little bit. And now the string is far away from my arm. See that distance right there? See this distance? There's no way the string is gonna hit me. And this might not seem like a big problem, but it really, really is if you start shooting. So be careful with that. And another common mistake that beginners can do is not following through once you let go of your arrow. Following through is kind of doing this. Pretend I'm ready to shoot and I have my left eye closed. And now my arm is back, I'm ready. And then I go, you see how my arm went forward? That cannot happen. That will mess up your arrow. Like you're kind of helping it to go to the side in a way. It will just mess up the accuracy. So instead of doing that, do this. See how my arm goes back? That's how you're supposed to do it. Let me show you guys. Oh, I already have an arrow loaded. Relaxing my shoulder. See how I let my fingers go back? Alright, let me shoot these 5 arrows. Go count the points. And then I'm going to give you guys a few more tips. Oh, that was a nice X. Oh, that was another nice X. Four-pointer. Another 4-pointer. But not bad. I got like 2 X's. Oh, I think I actually got 3. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Look at these 2. Can you guys see those? They're right next to each other. Surprised I didn't hit them, but that's fine. So we have 2 X's, 1 5 right under them. That would be 15 points and 2 X's. We also have a 4-pointer, 14 points. Another 4-pointer. Wait, 15 plus 14, 15, hold up. 15 plus 4, which is 19, plus another 4 equals 23. That's my biggest one yet, and 2 X's. I'm getting a lot of X's this time. Let's write it down. A 23 and 2 X's. Okay, these are my last 5 arrows, so I'm going to show you guys one last time. Ready? Grip your bow with your left arm. Grab an arrow from your quiver. The white feather or the odd feather facing out, and your knock goes right under the yellow bead. That is so important. The knock of your bow this little green thing cannot be on top of the little yellow bead. It cannot. I don't know why, but it just can't. So now 3 fingers, these 3, under my arrow. Pull back, the blurry string in the middle of the target, and the arrow tip facing the bottom. Really good 5-pointer. Now, let me show you guys which line of these is the one that's gonna get blurry. So this line, this is the one that holds your arrow, the one with the little yellow bead. When you pull back, that's gonna be right in front of your right eye, and it's gonna be blurry to you because it's so close. So you have to just put that line in the middle of your target. And then the arrow tip, you're gonna look down the line. You're gonna look down your arrow, and the tip of your arrow has to be on the bottom of the target. Not necessarily on the bottom. It depends on where you're shooting from. Like if you're shooting from, let's say, if I shoot from like an airplane, wait. So for example, if I was shooting, let's say, if I was shooting all the way from my house, which is, I don't know. I don't really know how to estimate in feet, but I'm gonna say about 90 or 80 feet from where I am right now. If I were to shoot from all the way over there to the target, I can't aim for the bottom of the target because my arrow, as it's flying, it's gonna get a little lower. And that also depends on how much force your bow has, because if your bow is like, you're carrying like an 80-pound bow and that arrow goes flying, it's not really gonna have time to go lower. So then you're gonna be aiming at the center of the target. But with this specific Genesis bow, if you're shooting from, let's say, 12 yards to from like 15 to 10 yards, it's okay to be aiming at where I told you guys, the bottom of the target, because it's gonna hit in the X. But if you were shooting all the way from over there from like 80 feet from the target, then you would have to aim maybe a little higher or on the X, because your arrow is gonna go a little lower. So what I'm trying to say is, it's kind of different from different distances, but once you get good, you're gonna know how to tell where you have to aim it at by yourself, and you're not gonna need any help. So let's finish shooting these last 5 arrows. That one sounded hard. Alright, not bad at all. I think this is gonna be another 20-pointer. Not less than 20 points. So, let's see. Oh, I didn't get any X's, but that's fine. So, we got 1 5, 2 5s. I'm gonna count this one as a 5 because it's pretty much on the black line. See from under? Yeah, so we have 4 5s and 1 4-pointer. So that means I got 5, 10, 15, 20, plus 4, 24 points. That is my highest score yet. If I had gotten just this arrow right here that was on the 4-pointers, if it had been above this line in this circle, that would have been 25 points, which is the max score for 5 arrows. And if you get 25 points again and again and again, that means that your shots are so accurate and you're doing a great job improving. So, 24 points, no X's though. Still, that's awesome. I'm just gonna put all the arrows back into my quiver and see you guys over there. I've been shooting for like 2 months now, I'd say. I don't think I've even gotten to the 2 months yet, but I think I've improved a lot, and I really love my bow. So this is my baby right here, and pretty soon we're gonna put on a sight, maybe a stabilizer, one of those bracelets that helps you hold it, and we're gonna give her an upgrade. But for right now, I really like my bow, and I love shooting with bows and arrows. It's like my favorite hobby right now, and I can't wait to make more videos for you guys on bow and arrow stuff. So now we gotta finish up our points. So for the last round, I got 24 points out of 25, which is kind of, I don't think I've ever gotten a 24 before, but that might be because I'm shooting a little closer than I normally would. Aw, Coco's looking so cute over there. Who's your cute puppy? That's you. You look so cute, Bubba. Coco hasn't been feeling too well these past few days. I don't know why, but he's kind of been throwing up a little bit and he hasn't been feeling too good. But it's okay, he's a lot better now. But anyways, back to the points. I don't think I've ever gotten a 24 before, but maybe that's because I'm shooting a little closer than I normally would. But anyways, let's add up our points. So I didn't get any X's on the last time. So the max amount of points that you can get is 100. So let's see how many I got out of 100. Plus 5 plus 4 equals 89 points. I got 89 points. That's really good. That is really good. I was like 11 points away from a perfect score. That was really good. And I also got 4 X's on the side. That's a big bonus. Alright, well, that's kind of how you play this game. And then you would do 3 more rounds of shooting 20 arrows. And then you would see how many you got out of 300. And then that's how you would pick a winner. But if you're playing with people, then you can just go up to 100. This is a lot of fun to do, and it's actually a pretty good exercise because you have to go get your arrows back and forth, back and forth. But I really, really love this, and this is one of my favorite hobbies. So if you guys are interested in taking it up as well, then leave me a comment down below. Maybe I can make some more videos and show you guys doing stuff with a different bow. We also have, I think it's a compound bow my dad has, and that is rigged with a sight, stabilizer, the little bracelet, everything you need to go out and kill something. And we also have a fishing bow. I'm really hoping we're gonna get to do some videos on the fishing bow. I really wanna go do that. And we got a ton more exciting videos coming up. Leave me a comment down below if you would like me to do more videos on bow and arrow stuff. I could do some videos with my dad's bow or with the fishing bow or whatever you guys want. Alrighty, thank you so much for watching the video until the end. I appreciate you so much and you are a true supporter. Hope you'll stick around and go down below and subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell. It's right on the side. And then give the video a huge like if you thought it was a good video, if it helped you in learning how to shoot bow and arrow, if it was educational, if you liked it, I don't know, whatever it is. And leave me a comment down below for new videos that you guys would like me to do. Either it's on bow and arrow stuff, fishing stuff on Coco, whatever you guys want, I'll do it for you because you're my family. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Also, this is what my scoreboard looks like. I just thought you guys would like to know how I wrote it down. Bye!